All right. Whoa.
Oh, you good?
Whoa. I'm going to this one first.
Oh, hey now.
I'm going to this one first.
Let's talk about it then.
This is actually the most recent super chat that popped up, but it caught my eye.
I'm a little nervous. Should I be
Fam
nervous?
TV. Arizona blowing it with Isaiah Simmons like Miami did with Minka.
Huh?
Let's make that trade.
What happened?
I don't know. I mean, is Isaiah Simmons on the block
Wait a minute. Pull up the
Is
deets.
that the move?
Pull up the deets. Hey, I can get talked into that one. Pull up the deets.
Okay, we got a article that says, will the Arizona Cardinals trade Isaiah Simmons? Arizona Cardinals could look to swap linebackers with AFC North franchise. Wait,
Whoa. Oh, Patrick Queen.
Yeah, probably.
They gonna say Patrick Queen,
yep,
bro.
You're 100% right. But yeah, there's some talks here.
Interesting.
The Arizona Cardinals decline Isaiah Simmons' fifth-year option.
Smart.
So I guess that's part of it too.
Yep. Low key, Isaiah Simmons trade has way more legs than Patrick Queen trade for us, bro. Patrick Queen, number one, he's in the division, and number two, he wants money. Isaiah Simmons, not in the division.
I don't think he's earned that.
He's earned that money. He hasn't
yet.
earned the contract, right? So I just think this would be a way doper scenario. Obviously, I don't anticipate us giving up a ton for him because Omar, he don't get shysted. He's the guy that does the shysty. All right, everybody know Omar really shysty. Shout out to Omar, man. But
oh yeah, I'll never forget during the combine, someone in the little press conference asked Omar, "It's like, is Cam Sutton a must sign?" And he's like, "No one's a must sign if the number ain't right. If the number's 11 million, Cam Sutton ain't a must sign.
The number ain't
we'll figure it out.
Con gonna make that number work. If that number ain't doing what that number's supposed to do, kind of like, I'm going to holler at you. So, Isaiah Simmons, man. All right, so first off, y'all know I loved watching Isaiah Simmons tape when he was coming out of Clemson. We talked about him. We even talked about the guy, was it Zaven Collins as well. And just comparing how they were both big athletes that could move in space, potential to do man-to-man cover stuff, but could definitely do what we asked people to do in terms of match, carry, deliver, which is zone principle, but essentially turns into man very, very frequently. But with Isaiah Simmons, man, his ranginess, his sideline-to-sideline ability, I do think at times they asked him to do a little bit too much too soon in Arizona. And that's one of the things that you've heard me talk about before on in terms to our versatile players here in Pittsburgh. I think when it's young guys, you need to let them get locked in at one spot first and develop, and then you start to put more on their plate, because it's hard once you overwhelm them to try to like dial it back. And I feel like that's kind of what was going on out there in AZ. But in terms of Simmons, man, yeah, I like him a lot as a player, and he would fit the need that we have.
Right.
Talk about a young guy, a physical guy. He's healthier than Quan Alexander. He's still, like I said, going to be a lot cheaper of a scenario than a Patrick Queen. The Cardinals not picking up his fifth-year option means that we wouldn't be on the hook for any massive guaranteed portion outside of this year. So you essentially treat it as a one-year rental. We see what it looks like. If it does do what it's supposed to do, you give it a bridge deal. But if not, man, you could wash your hands with it and move on in another direction. It doesn't kill you one way or the other. I think the big thing is just what the ask is. If Arizona thinks that they could get a better deal from Baltimore, because for Baltimore, they could be looking at it a little enticing as well. Yeah, you're going to lose production in terms of going from Patrick Queen, who's, to me, just a better player at this stage right now, than Simmons, who still has a lot more. I think his upside is a little bit better. But to me, I just think that if you're Baltimore, you might be saying to yourself, instead of trying to pay Patrick 80, 70, or 60, let me move him with a pick, bring in Isaiah Simmons, and then we'll just roll like that. I already got, Roquan here, who's my guy, and we make it work like this, just a cheaper replacement.